I've been thinking about making a video just me driving the ETS2 and talking for a while. Most likely going to upload this to my gameplay channel. The other channels don't really fit it. It's not really creative. It's not like the editing kind of thing. It's not really ASMR and it's not really music, so it's not going to the other channels. So I put it on gaming. Yeah, the gameplay channel. I used to do a lot of Apex Legends videos, Apex Legends stuff kind of thing, but I don't really play the game that much anymore. I don't really stream the game that much anymore. The reason behind that is my new job. I was working like, in previous job I was working like 35 hours a week. This one's 40. But this one's taken, the other one was taxing mentally, well, physically and mentally. But at least I had like motivation to do more because I wasn't getting paid that much in that job. I get more money now in this job, which is lovely. It's the most amount of money I'm making in any job. I'm supposed to be working here for like 9 months. So it's like the longest job I've had ever. I've been working since 2022. So it was February 2022 when I had my first job as a graphic designer. That was part-time. It was nice. Do 3 days a week, and then went down to 2. Had its perks. It was good, you know. Where was I? Yeah, so most of my money I'm making, most hours I'm doing as well in any job. So it's a bit odd that it's the longest job I've had, especially as it's not really something that I'm really enjoying or have anything to really progress in that I want to progress in. My job right now is it's the kind of job where you get in and you get told to do what you're doing that day. It's not like you have like a set project you're working on and you're doing that for like a month or 2 or 3. This is every shift to do something different. So I work at a hospital, private hospital, central London. It's mostly, for me, it's mostly cleaning. So cleaning bathrooms, patient rooms, patient wards, all those things. Patient wards. Yeah, but also sometimes they'll put me on to do waste, so I have to collect waste from the hospital, disposal holds, make sure the bins are getting full, make sure you compress what you can, like any boxes, break down the boxes, and the other bins trying to press them down, so you're taking up as little space as you can with them. It's not necessarily difficult work, but it can be mentally, well, physically taxing. Mentally not so much, but physically absolutely. But it's not too bad, you know. It's like a workout. It's not too intense. You can also you definitely gain some stamina doing the job, so that's nice to build up. But yeah, that's been the main reason why I haven't been doing too much Apex, because I don't have as much time or energy after work. Definitely after work I don't have much time or energy, because like get back home, then I have I get back at like 4. I want to be bed by 8. That usually never happens. But 8 gives me 8 hours of sleep, because I wake up at 4, around about 4 in the morning. My shift starts at 7, ends at 3. Yeah. So that's 4 hours when I get back home. You're going to spend time eating, you know, doing any chores like cleaning, or making food. Maybe want to get some groceries or something. I don't usually do that on my own. Right now I'm living with my dad and stepmom, so luckily for me I don't have to do everything on my own. I'm actually pretty pampered living at home right now. I'm paying rent and stuff, so like I can't just leave my job, you know. But I don't have to do like cleaning the bathroom or kitchen like every day or every Sunday kind of thing. Usually by the time I even cross in my mind, it's done. So I can't really do it. I'm too slow. Way too slow. I don't have any notes. I had like mental notes, but they're kind of disappearing. I don't mind that though. I always want to make a video like this, and I just haven't really got into it yet. You know, these kind of talks when streaming is completely different because people can come in, they can start chatting to different things, so you get interrupted, and you know, even right now, like I have the washing machine going. I don't think you can hear it on the audio. I hope you can't. But once that's done, I can then put my clothes in the washing machine. I get that done. I also have a delivery that's going to be here. Oh, at least it should be. This is about 50. Math. 25 minutes, roundabouts, 35 minutes. If anyone wondering, I'm playing a game with a steering wheel. I've got the G90, Logitech G920 steering wheel, H shifter, and 3 pedals. Acceleration, brake, and clutch. I don't use clutch for any games right now. I wanted to get it to like practice driving. So I can practice before I get any driving test. I will. But I don't think I'm ever gonna drive manual because that thing is just so tough. Shifting and focusing on clutch, but also being aware of your surroundings and what's happening. Like right now, I'm driving automatic, so I'm fine. I can talk out of my thought process going and still like not be crashing and stuff. I'm watching the map, I'm watching my mirrors. But doing manual, that's like 3x, 4x the mental work in my mind. Because I gotta like hear the engine, make sure I don't over rev it, make sure I'm shifting at the right time, and I'm slowing down. I have to like shift while slowing down. It's just extra work, and I don't want to be doing that. It's just stressing me out. It gets me, not focusing. What are people doing? Like, I feel like I'm gonna crash in the games. So imagine I'm gonna feel in real life. It's not stuff I want to do. Maybe in the future I'll try it again, because once again I have this stuff here. The hardware is here. So all I have to do is change a few settings in my games, and then I can try it. I haven't tried full manual on the truck because I have like 12 gears. And I'm not doing that. That's too much. On the H shifter, as a newbie, it's not happening. But I did try. You see the car ahead of me? I think that's the Scout. Well, whichever car it is. Like I tried it on the Scout in ETS2 multiplayer. It was nice. I was streaming at the time, but it was still a lot of mental work. I was crashing a bit. I usually don't crash, especially in the car. Well, the cars don't have good brakes, but they have really good acceleration. So I would get going really fast. I would change gears fairly nicely, and then I'd crash because I'm too busy focusing on the engine and the gears rather than the road condition, the drivers ahead of me. So by the time I realized I'm slowing down, I'm getting close for the speed I'm at, it's too late. Try to slow down, boom, crash. Crazy. But yeah, what else? Yeah, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the gameplay channel. At first I wanted to like have it be a place for like, educational content like guides. And I've done like 3 guides on this channel, and my most recent one I think was absolutely horrid. It was really rushed. I was just trying to get it out because I couldn't get myself to finish it. So I think I'm not really going to do any guide content for like a long time, or just have it like really sparse, like maybe once every 6 months at most. Because I want to get, if I'm doing a guide, I want it to be worth someone's time, and also worth my effort. So I'm going to try to go into as much detail as I can. As much relevant detail. Maybe I have some notes in the description or on screen, but if you're watching it, you should be able to get like a really good idea of what you want to know and what things you could want to know. All that good stuff. I'm losing my train of thought now. But yeah, it's tough for me to do that while also working full time, because it's not like my natural. It's natural for me to consider those things. I like learning things. Like I'm really into like science kind of things, even sci-fi, like any blend of science and sci-fi. So how like maybe Master Chief's armor works, or how Transformers mass shift, or how realistic it is for something like the Trisolarans or the Santi in a three-bodied program are. Those kind of things really pique my interest. Do I want to go that lane? No. Yeah, I really enjoy that kind of thing. Really, really enjoy it. But creating that kind of content is a lot different to watching it, So there's a lot of research needed, there's a lot of intelligence needed, and I don't really have the capacity to do that right now, mostly because of time, especially with my schedule being all over the place. Like typically a job would be like what, 5 days on, 2 off. My job, the scheduling is so whack. Like this recent work week, I did 6 days in a row. The scheduling is really weird. So I got today off, got tomorrow off, and I'm in for 5. And the rest of this month will be very good. It'll be 5 on, 2 off, which is how it was for me, like between December and June. We're in August now, so yeah, roundabouts that. Because like the past 2 months, it's been really weird. Sometimes I have like 3 days on, 1 off, 4 days on, 2 off, and then like maybe 2 days on, 1 off, and then 4 days on. It's not good at all what they're doing. Even the week of my birthday, my birth week, they had me in every day aside from my birthday. So I had the Thursday off, which has an appointment at a NHS health clinic to get a vaccination, Hep B vaccination. That's all done now. It's all cleared. I haven't actually had the blood test. They haven't contacted me because they're like, my workplace is switching providers to themselves, but I haven't received an email which I was told I would receive, so I can get a appointment for a blood test. But hey, whatever. I've had my 3 Hep B vaccinations, so I should be good. Just no confirmation scientifically. But I leave my thought process so easily sometimes, man. What was I gonna say? But I don't remember. But yeah, I'm not really doing much Apex content anymore. Today's Wednesday. Yesterday they dropped season 22, I think. The one after the Alter season. I haven't kept track of seasons for a while. I used to be really on top of it. I used to know when each legend dropped in each season. I used to know around about the month, maybe not that kind of thing, but at least I would know like what weapon and what legend came each season. But since like season 18 with Revenant rework, just haven't been on it. I haven't been like focusing on it. The game's lost my interest. I used to also, apart from season 6, I maxed out every single battle pass. But since 2 seasons ago, which I'll put I'll put an image on the screen of what my battle pass badges. Yeah, I just haven't maxed them out. Just barely been playing the game, not really enjoying it. It's just more like a chore, especially after working. They're just doing another chore that I don't even get paid for. Not worth my time. So we're playing Warframe, loving Warframe, looking forward to 1999 update. We're playing ETS2 with this setup right now. It's absolutely amazing. Game feels smooth. Sure, the graphics could be higher, but I prefer having frame rate and smooth gameplay over like higher graphics, especially when recording, but at least especially when streaming and like just getting off work and not having to deal with performance issues is really, really nice. Also, we're playing TFD, The First Descendants. That game is my favorite game right now. I put in like 20 hours a week into it. I don't even notice it until I check on Steam and it says, oh, you got 40 hours the past 2 weeks. I'm like, damn, it's a part-time job. Damn. But I'm loving it. It's like Warframe, but it's slightly different. and I love Warframe already, so that game's got me hooked. All this be spending money in the game, it's got me hooked. I need to go back and check a recap of the story because I skipped so much dialogue. So I love to like watch any like cutscene kind of thing, or where's my turn over there? Like cutscenes or just a general like overview of the story because it's actually pretty lengthy campaign. Pretty lengthy. I wanted to get to hard mode as soon as possible. Yeah, so I'm probably going to do some more like funny kind of content for TFT. That's my plan. Like have goofy builds. Like if you go on Warframe YouTube and like check for like what, maybe something like maximum shield Harrow. But that's something that can actually work with. Maybe like maximum shield Nidus. Like Nidus doesn't have shields. So you go through a build that doesn't work, but trying to make it work. That's the kind of thing I want to do. Like make some really dumb stuff, but make it work. Try until it works. And I might do that for Warframe. I feel like Warframe is already like kind of done, but at the same time, if people haven't even seen other videos, they might want to watch mine. And even if they have, maybe I have a sort of flair to it, so I could do it. People already like my edits. I haven't done much editing recently, but edits already have like their own flair. I don't really see them getting compared in the comments, so I don't think people really care. So that's almost like a mental block I have to get myself out of. Like, not really compare yourself to what's already been done. As long as you're not like carbon copying it, as long as it's actually something that's your own, then don't have to worry about it. But I also want to do a lot more ETS2 kind of thing. It'll probably be like this video, just me driving and chatting, because I can do that on a good day. And multiplayer has that like randomness from the players that makes it a lot more interesting to play than single player. That cable is really stretching. Wow. Not sure how that would real life. Like would that even happen in real life? I guess it would, but like that's stretching quite a bit. Yeah. Like streaming would be nice, but I would like more hours free. So I am planning on like. So I wasn't really sure I wanted to say this, but I feel like I should just to like get some kind of thoughts from it, just in case this video kind of gets out there. So I'm thinking about like switching to a part-time job so I have more time doing something I actually want to do, which is content creation. Because nearly every other day I'm always thinking about content creation, but I just don't have the like kind of energy to do it. Because I know if I get home from work and I'd be like, I want to work in this video, I have so many ideas in my mind. I know there's some ideas already started. Before I actually like lock in and do it, mate, I have like 4 hours at most. That's if I'm moving up time to eat and just to rest and stuff before I have to go to bed if I want to get 8 hours of sleep. So I don't see the point in me doing it. Like it's only 4 hours. We're like, okay, that's only 4 hours. We're calculating about only 4 hours to give up other stuff as well, just to do that. I've spent some days like because I have a music channel. It's not music I make, but it's other artists' music. I'll like add an image, add the lyrics to it. I'll credit the creator of the music, and I like slow it. Or I think for one of them it's sped up, but the rest of it is just slowed and bass boosted. And it's doing nicely, honestly. It's doing nice. I don't have any plans to monetize it, so it's not gonna be my main thing. I don't want to make money off someone else's content that I'm not even paying for, and I haven't got their permission for it. So I have no interest in monetizing it. But yeah, it's doing nicely. I'm having fun doing it, so I want to keep doing it. I like having music that's slowed. I like doing it myself because sometimes you go onto YouTube and you can't find the music alters the right way you want it. Maybe it's looped, but someone does a really like choppy loop. It's not smooth. It's not good quality, it's like cutting like mid lyrics or mid beat, so it ain't perfect. So I just do it myself, you know. Even if it gets 10 views, that's fine. I'm listening to it myself, so that's what I make it for myself. And if it appeals to other people, that's what it is. On that channel, I think I'm never gonna ever make content for the algorithm, because once again, I'm not gonna monetize it, so I don't see any incentive in doing it. You know, just do it for myself, and then whoever likes it can pick it up, and if they don't like it, then they won't watch it. Simple as. But yeah, I've done videos. I spent time like sacrificing sleep to get videos done for that channel, and I don't regret it at the time. Even now, I don't regret it, because it's better than like not doing it and having an idea in my head and then still having to go to work anyways. That's probably still going to be tired, so I'd rather go to work tired knowing I've worked on something that I'm passionate about, than going to work and then like having none of my passion be used, you know. Nothing's coming out of it, because that's really soul draining. But yeah, for the music stuff is very simple. Just make an image, you know, get a 3D model, change the lighting, change the pose, boom, you have a render, boom, that's the background. And then music, you change the music up, put lyrics on, time it well, make sure you find the creators' socials, credit them, and then that's it. But for edits, it's a lot more complex. There's a lot more steps to it. In a way, you have to like get the music, maybe trim it down. What the hell? And then get clips, do your coloring, do your effects, you know, time things well, have ideas for it. Sometimes you want to try X clip on A position, doesn't work well, you put it in C position, works nicely. Later on in a project, you realize, oh, I want to put a different clip there. If it's better for the lyrics or the beat or the kind of flow I'm going for, let me try that clip somewhere else. The X clip somewhere else, and then put Y in there instead, and you end up, you know, going back and forth, pretty much working on the same part of it again and again and again. So you're like spending what 3x, 4x, 5x time that you would on, for example, the something as simple as the loops, the music video. You know, and it's just like, if I'm really having 4 hours, I'd rather get something guaranteed out of it, like a piece of music that's slowed with a good background, with accurate lyrics, with, you know, credit to the creators. I'd rather get that out either that day or the next day than spend it working on an edit that I might not even enjoy that much, that takes so much time and probably won't do well, because the edits are fun to make, but they don't have as much replayability as music, in my opinion. Like the music that I slow, I can have it slowed on stream, I can have it slowed while I'm going to work, I can have it slowed while I'm doing stuff at home, you know, and it's still nice. But the edits, it's like cinema in a way. You have to sit down to watch it, otherwise it's not the same. You have to respect it. You have to put effort into respecting it. You know, you also have to put effort to respect it, but you can also have music has like both aspects. You can just listen to it, have it as a background thing, or you can also, for that exact same piece, you know, just sit there and embrace it, you know, have your imagination flowing with it, imagine scenarios, imagine the kind of things like edits, you know. So it's a bit more dynamic than an edit, and I feel like that plus the extra time it takes to make an edit just makes me more incentivized to just work on the music, you know. Once again, it's not music, it's just music videos. So yeah, I've been doing that. That's where most of my uploads have been to my music channel. I should just call it loops, because it is hybrid loops channel. People are honking, honk. But yeah, I would prefer to work on gameplay more because I want to monetize the channel. I want to make really engaging content, maybe some funny stuff, probably mostly funny stuff, but also informative stuff. What the hell are you doing? Plonker. I want to make some, just different kind of gaming content, not just one game, not just Apex, but like ETS2, TFD, Warframe, anything I'm enjoying. I don't want to trends follow. I want to just follow passion. So I'll be just doing what I feel like is in my heart to do. Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can always go round and roundabout. Whoa, what is this guy doing? But yeah, that's really been missing for me, like just, doing the edits. I feel like I've lost a part of me by not doing them. Part of me is almost empty. Because I can go through like a week or even a month. And like the main focus of my energy and time is just being work that, after how many hours, 6-7 hours, that work is already forfeit because it's a cleaning job. Dirt builds up, dust builds up, people use bathrooms. That work is gone. And I'm more into project stuff, like working on a video for a week, a few days a week, 2 weeks or something, and then putting it out there, and then coming back like 2 years later and be like, yo, this is how I felt at this period of time. This is the kind of things I went through, different kind of things. But my cleaning job, even like from 9 months ago, 8 months ago, really, when I started, nothing that I did in that first month can be referred to aside from in my memory. And even then, it's just me getting the job done. It's not like I'm actually having to figure out the process for things. I guess I did because I was new to the job, but it's not. It doesn't feel the same in any kind of way to working on a creative project and then having that creative project still being visible, consumable, reachable now. Like even TikTok, I haven't uploaded much in a part since I started this job 9 months ago, and I'm still getting likes and even sometimes comments, favorites and shares. People using the audio on videos I've made 1 year ago, 2 years ago, and to me that's like that speaks volume in a way. It's not only like the potential for the content and the platform to keep pushing me even when I'm not like actively there, but also like the kind of thing I make, like that's the kind of energy I put into the things. It's not just gonna follow a trend and then be irrelevant in 1 month. It's gonna still be relevant and its own thing years from now, because I'm not just following a trend. I'm actually following passion. Passion outlasts any kind of trend. Unless you're the one making the trends, then you're better off just going for passion. you know um yeah, I don't even know what to say anymore. I guess just like almost like a too long didn't watch is I want to upload to this channel a lot more. I want to do a lot more engaging content, stuff that people are gonna love for a long time. I'm just you know not sure how I'm gonna get the time to do it without switching to a part-time job. I don't think I work over that actually. I want to get like a part-time job. I want it to be physical, hands-on, like my current job. I want it to be a lot more quiet. So rather than working in a hospital where there's bright lights, people everywhere, you know, Japanese is the main language. I just don't want to be chatting to anyone. I want to like work at some kind of like garden place or something where my main thing is just, look after XYZ, make sure it stays good. You have a set way of doing it, or at least have like certain ways of doing it that can change depending on certain factors. So I have to think about it, which I enjoy doing. But it's also not too much thinking and definitely not too much talking. So I don't have to like, pretend I actually want to talk to someone when I really, really just want to leave and not talk to them for the whole shift. I'm not sure if anyone out there relates to it. I'm also like probably really pushing the length of this video. Not sure how long it will be, but at the same time, I don't really want to focus on just keeping it short for an algorithm. If it was already something that I was making money off of, and I just could scale it, that'd be cool. If I had more time and energy to do it, that'd be cool. But I'm already doing 40 hours in my main job. That pays me decently. Pays me well for my position in life. But I want more than just to be making money from a job that I have no passion for, and I don't see any long-term staying in there. Even if I cared about status, there's no like proper status from it. Sure, it's working in the hospital, but I've been working there for 9 months. And I'm so disillusioned now to any prestige from working in a private hospital. The way that thing operates doesn't feel much better than my previous workplace, which was a 2-star hotel, like just outside London. It doesn't feel prestigious. We had a really good induction. I felt like I was going to join something so much greater than me, so much, I could do so much good, but there's so many seemingly easy fixes to the way people get stuck in, the way people do scheduling, and they haven't done it. You expect more from a hospital, especially a private one, with NHS doing its nonsense right now, and they're not much better. I've even had my colleagues that used to work at NHS say that NHS will get stuff in stock and equipment a lot better than they are here, and that's a wow moment to me. See, with NHS doing its fuckery, but it's still worse. That makes me like not want to work some days. I still have motivation to do it, like get paid, pay your bills, pay your rent, don't die, don't sleep on the streets. But my morale is low. I get in there just to get paid, just to make sure I'm not going to get shouted at for someone or called up. Not shouted at, but not get called up, on the phone, be like, oh, where are you? I don't want all that. I just want to get paid and mind my own business, not talk to anyone. I don't have to. There's some people there I like enjoy talking to, I don't mind talking to, some great people, but doing that plus also make sure I'm locking in my job, that's not for me, man. No, I'm not really fluent in Japanese. Then again, I have been yapping this video, so maybe I am fluent in Japanese, but I just need to be Japanese in my not profession, but in my place, my gaming sphere, or like some kind of other thing that's not a cleaning job, or a job where I have to like deliver things in a busy hospital. Fairly busy hospital. It's not super busy, but busy enough that you can get stressed out from the workload. Yeah. I don't want to say too much about the workplace. I don't want to get in trouble from HR. They're knocking on my door, they're calling my phone, and be like, "Yo, don't expose the insides of the business, bruv. You can't say that, bruv. You can't say that." I think I've been vague enough, but also accurate, or not accurate, but like precise enough that people can understand if they have that kind of situation, or if they've heard about it before. But yeah. Also, the audio is not too bad. I turned down the game volume for this recording, so like even this beeping now shouldn't be too loud compared to my voice. But I found out when recording, I really don't want to put this out. I probably won't trim it down too much. When it's just be like a yapping session with hybrid. Don't know what I'm going to do for a thumbnail. I haven't really done ETS2 thumbnails. I haven't even done like a streaming thumbnail. So it would be a basic default YouTube made thumbnail until I decide to do one later. But yeah, this video is not really for the algorithm. It's not really to, gain 10,000 subscribers, get 1 million views. It's just for me to talk and to maybe express to someone that might care. Any current fans, anyone that's wondering what I'm doing, anyone that's like, just scoping about, looking for a new channel to find. Just hear my story for a bit. I don't really talk about my story much. It's not really my story, it's just my current situation. I don't really like talk about myself that much. I really don't. I kind of want to change it because I don't really like go out that much and everything. I'm also not like a what the hell are you doing? I'm also like not someone that just sits in a dark room, with like no internet or anything. Like I actually do have thought process in my mind. I do actually, like most people just actually do stuff. Even if you're disabled, you have like a carer, you start a story. Not like in a dark room, like in a prison with no internet connection, no connection to the outside world. Even then, like you have something to talk about. So what am I saying, bro? Even then, you have something to talk about, like your struggles of just being in that void. So yeah, I think actually everyone has something to talk about. Maybe most people don't find it interesting, but you have something to say. Like you're alive, you're breathing. You have something you can share. You just gotta like find your zone and your safe space to express that. Because sometimes when I'm at work, I just don't feel like expressing how I'm feeling about the job or how I'm feeling, like if I'm feeling ill or just weak. Maybe not in the right mental space for whatever reason. Oh. Yeah, my delivery should be here in like 52 minutes at most. So from now, 52 minutes from now. So I might have to just dip real quick. And I'm playing online, so that's not a good combo. Just alt F4, get the delivery and come back. But I think we're recording for 47 minutes. I feel like I know for a fact I want to watch this and be like, oh, I could have said X, I could have said Y, could have went into a bit more detail here. But in general, I feel like I went over the things that I've been stewing in my mind for the past few months. The things I actually want to share, you know? Had a barbecue recently with the family, posted a photo on Instagram. Whoa. Yes, it was my side of the family, my dad's, my siblings, and my stepmom's side of the family. So my sisters and one of my stepsister's boyfriends, my sister's boyfriends. It was a good amount of good fun, dancing. I didn't know I could actually be like that. I had so much fun. I was dancing and I just felt free. It didn't feel forced. It just felt free. I've never had that kind of. It wasn't exactly public, but it was almost a public experience of just being free. I feel like I could just be me. I really want to have that feeling again. That's why I want to do more content creation, because I feel like if I'm doing this kind of stuff, even though in real life I'm just here in my room on my own, pretty sure I'm home alone. Apart from my pet rabbit, Snowy. She's chilling right now. But yeah, I feel a lot more free now than I do like getting on the tube to work. Being at the workplace. I may be smiling at work, maybe seeming happy, but I don't feel free. I don't feel like I'm just able to be my deepest self without ridicule. Even though it's meant to be like a really inclusive workplace, but like I can't just like yap. You know, it's a nice looking track. I'm not gonna say the typical YouTube stuff. This is not for the algorithm. This is just for sharing's sake. So you know, you lot have a good day or good night. You know, rest of your 24 hours. That sounds pretty grim. But just hopefully you enjoy yourself, or at least find peace or something, either in this video or just in wherever, you know. I know it's not really wasting my time making this video, but I feel like I just hope it's not. Why is everyone overtaking? Bloody hell! Bloody hell, mate! I just don't want it to be like, you know. Actually, what I'm saying, I was gonna say I don't want it to just be one person that's helped, but actually, that's what I really want to do. Just at least help one person, you know. It's a net positive because I'm also helping myself making this, so I'm helping two people, but it takes one person to make the video. So you know, net positive, W, in the chat. We're winning. On jar. Yeah, I'm actually gonna end the video here. So yeah, goodbye everyone, and peace.